Hi, I'm Darrell,
And I'm Elia.
and we are Black Nerdy Scholars. Episode 30! Yay! Episode 30! Yay! I was gonna say we're old enough to drink, but that's wrong in a bunch of different ways. Because that's 21, and also this is in months. But pretend that was funny. Pretend that was a funny joke.
Dirty 30.
Dirty 30! 13 going on 30, Jennifer Gardner. Good movie. Good
Yeah,
movie.
that is
Still
a
holds up.
great rom-com.
I can't believe Mark Ruffalo was in that before before he was the Hulk. That's
Is it wild
pre-Hulk
to imagine
Ruffalo.
him as like a rom-com lead versus
Yeah.
a Marvel guy?
It feels like that was the trajectory he was on.
Yeah, to be a rom-com guy.
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think? Would you have been interested in seeing him further on the rom-com path, or do you think he's right?
I like his Hulk. I think the MCU doesn't like the Hulk, but I like Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk.
I prefer Mark Ruffalo's Hulk to the I
To
call
both
it
of
the
them.
Fight Club Hulk, because I mean that's
Yeah.
kinda...
Yeah, protagonist Hulk.
But I
forget
can
what's
see
his
how
name. Not
maybe-
Eric Bana. He's in the first one.
Yeah, I can see how the Marvel bros would maybe like the
What
Fight
is
Club
it?
Hulk
What is
more.
the dude from the Fight Club? What is his? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Fight Club.
Fight
Guy.
Club guy.
Wait, Edward Norton.
Edward Norton. That's his
Yeah.
name. Great. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Wasn't it that they
yeah.
Marvel and him had like disagreements about the
Yeah,
direction of the
apparently
Hulk?
he was kind of a pain on set. And he
I can see
like
that.
wanted more creative control. This is stuff that I've heard from people. I didn't research this. Take this with a grain of salt. Like I don't know the
Edward
truth.
Norton.
But I heard that he was like trying to get certain credits and they didn't want him to have. I don't know. For people watching on YouTube, clearly this is a different setup.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of moving, so that's why I'm in this blank white box. And it's been a
Darrell
fucking
did not get
hassle.
kidnapped by the back rooms, so we're good.
It does kind of look like I'm in the back rooms, which I heard wasn't that bad of a movie.
Ooh,
I heard it was a fun movie.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. But yeah, we're in the process of moving. We still got a bunch of stuff to do, and then we have to get like guys to install things, and then we have to like a deck built, and we have to get the sod installed in our yard. It's a whole thing. But I've been sleeping here for the last couple of nights, and that's really nice. It's exciting. I'm ready for everything to be done, but it is exciting nonetheless.
Yeah.
How are you? How are things over there?
Oh, I'm chilling. I mean, I'm a little concerned about the Canvas infrastructure hacks.
Oh,
too
right.
concerned.
Tell the people about the Canvas thing, because they might not know.
Yes. So basically, I was minding my business, went to check my Canvas, and I see this manifesto-esque post from this hacking group. I don't think they're officially called that.
Shiny Hunters.
Yeah, which I'm like,
which
okay,
I'm assuming
Pokemon
is a
fans?
reference to Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're like a hacking.
The kids are
extortion
so
group.
creative.
And they basically will hack the infrastructure of different, sites and extort them, essentially. Basically be like, hey, you got to send us money or we're going to leak all of this confidential data on all these people. But what's wild about this one is they hacked Canvas, which is actually what 41% of higher institutions in the US use for their, to locate their school shit.
Yeah.
And
it's like the website that college students and non-college students, but students go to for their like classes, their lectures, their grades, to submit assignments.
You might think of it as like Blackboard. It's essentially
yeah. Oh, remember Blackboard?
Yeah, the good old days. But it's almost like it's bad that 9,000 schools had all this data in this one company. It's almost like that's a bad idea. But anyway, they're trying to figure it out. My school's just been sending me various updates. They claim that we can access it again. But they're like not too sure about like the security of it, so they're holding out on letting us access it. But I don't know. They seem pretty clear with their terms, so I'm interested in seeing what is going to happen on the 12th, which is when they said we're going to drop all the shit. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's like they steal data, and they'll, if their demands aren't met, they might sell it on the black web or other
Here's
places.
my thing. Why Canvas? Why academic institutions?
Maybe they thought
Surely there are
it would.
places that have more money.
I feel like maybe from their perspective, they're like Canvas. There's so many schools interconnected with this, so it's
Hmm.
like we hit over 9,000 schools. Maybe
Sure.
they're
Just
like,
like the sheer amount of people's data,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like,
So
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
someone's
yeah.
gonna meet our demands. I mean, I can't imagine schools will. I don't know how extortion works in
Yeah.
this the digital infrastructure
Computer,
realm,
how does extortion work?
but I can't imagine that MIT is gonna be like, "Here you go, fellow hacker. Here's
Yeah.
your money."
Yeah. I mean, it's not like that money's going to any of the students.
True. I mean,
Yeah.
shit. I know
It's
I'm not
going
gonna
to the
see money,
regents and shit.
but you know what? I could see them blaming us, like, we can't give you this because we had to pay the, we had to
Hmm.
pay the people who were extorting us. But
Oh,
yeah,
sorry. Oh, we're just out of money now. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to up tuition again. Yeah.
them trying
And
to make
it's
it our fault after the strikes that they have to they're like, oh, we don't have the money to pay you guys
yeah.
livable wages, so now we have to fire people and cut a bunch of appointments. It's like,
Yeah. It's just like it's already a bad time for higher education. Like enrollment in general is down, and people are treating it really, or like they're responding to a higher education very antagonistically.
yes,
And I feel like on my social medias these past couple weeks, there have been a lot of videos about like convincing younger Gen Z people to go to college, or even like in general convincing younger like Gen Alpha students read to read
oh
books.
yeah, my nephew
And
doesn't read.
it seems like the response to a lot of people upper like higher or older Gen Z and millennials, they're like, you guys are stupid idiots. Why are you comfortable being stupid idiots? And clearly that's not working. they
I'm
don't they
like,
don't give a
also,
shit.
I, clearly that's not the root of it,
It
honestly.
isn't. There is this TikTok that went around about like show like asking students to read where like you know what I'm talking about? And it's like students couldn't read the words, what it was like silhouette and gauche and extraordinary, I guess. And a bunch of people were like, wow, like the kids are cooked. We're like, this is so embarrassing. But it's the system's fault. No, no, no.
Yeah,
It's the students' fault because they don't care. They're children. It's
people
the
only
system's
like
fault.
people only like to bring up no students left behind when they're using it as a dig towards
Yeah.
other people. But like,
Yeah.
no, people are being left behind, and it's not because of them. It's
Yeah.
because of the
Like
school system.
deliberately by institutions to keep a populace stupid. Yeah. Yeah, this is being done to us. And like part of the conversation is like trying to get students more engaged, but because of the stage of capitalism that we're in and because of the stage of social media that we're in, a lot of students don't really care about reading because that doesn't make money.
It is like, I even think of it, someone in like my class where I teach Gothic lit, and even though I'm
Uh-huh.
doing with the contemporary turn, it's really even hard to get my students to be like, okay, why should I care about this shit from like centuries ago?
Mhm.
It feels
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
not even, you can't even justify it on the grounds of like studying the arts and
Yeah.
humanities for the love of the game anymore, because it's
Be-
not making
mhm.
money anymore. It's
Because we could do the whole spiel about how literature like widens your horizons, and it is a practice of empathy and communication skills, but you don't need any of those to live. In fact, a lot of the people that are advocating for those kinds of skills are also saying, hey, I have all these student loans to pay, So
Yeah.
why would a 14-year-old look at us and go, "That's the life I want to live"? This isn't to like be really doomerism, like and like doomsaying or anything like that. The issue is structural. It can be
Yeah.
fixed politically, but also a lot of people don't look at this as a political issue, or they don't care about this as a political issue.
They're actively trying to, excuse me, dumb down the masses
Yeah,
with generative AI. They want
yeah,
everyone to sound and talk the same, but not like intelligently. They want us
yeah,
to be, that's how you get away with more shit.
yeah,
If everyone is dumbed down.
yeah. And like the solution is to engage politically, ideally locally, but people don't do that. And like this is also speaking personally. I don't do enough. We don't do enough,
Yeah.
but also because of the capitalistic digital era that we're in, we have been trained to be so hyper individualistic that the idea of doing something for the community is, especially like offline without it being content, is kind of laughable to a lot of people. You would help poor people for free with no clout.
Yes.
This is not exactly the same, but it feels relevant. Um, the way that people are reacting to the hantavirus stuff, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
If people don't know, there's this virus is kind of outbreaking on a cruise ship, and but before we get into it, I just like it seems like scientists, like the authorities on virology and all that stuff, are saying don't panic, it's fine, and it is being treated. So I'm gonna take their word for it. But a lot of people are like, I can't do another quarantine, and it seems like the rhetoric online, especially on TikTok, is, "Hey, you people on the boat, you guys need to take one for the team and just die.
Die.
Go
Which is
die,
nuts.
please, so I can keep getting my matcha." Right?
And
Like,
that's
go die so I don't have to change the way my life is.
and we see that a lot with in people's viewpoints in general, just this idea that it's not directly affecting me. I don't want anything to directly affect me.
Mm-hmm.
I understand it from the perspective of like, I already have this doom and gloom and like I'm being
Mm-hmm.
crushed under the weight of capitalism, but also it's all a newfound form of American individualism.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very I know there are talks of this happening in other countries, but
Yeah.
this very specific thing we're seeing come back
Yeah.
is very
And you know what pisses me off the most about the hantavirus thing? People are like, people are bracing for another quarantine. They're like, I can't do this again. Like 2020 was not long ago. The thing that pisses me off is, guys, there is gonna be another quarantine, but it's not because of the fucking hantavirus. It's gonna be because of the oil. It's because there's going to be a massive oil shortage that starts affecting the way that we live our lives. Countries around the world are already starting to shut down because they can't afford the high oil prices that we Americans shot up. Our nation is fucking up the world, and is our actions are going to cause us to have to stay at home. It's it's only a matter of time, the way things are going, before they're like, "Hey people, stay home because we don't have the oil to support our infrastructure." But that isn't sexy and exciting. That's not the thing that people are reacting to as reactionarily as they are. It's this fuck ass cruise virus because it sounds similar to a thing that's already happened.
because I think it's interesting because you can see how people view the oil crisis. Like there's wars happening right now. There's people, their communities are actively being shut down.
Actively.
They're dying, but because the threat of like oil affecting us, it still feels like, oh, we
Yeah.
still, even though gas is high, we still have gas.
That's like the
all
limit that
this.
they get. They're like, wow,
Yeah.
I really hate that my gas is $5 now. when they're not seeing the like, hey, this is going to start affecting us critically eventually. Yes.
But because the material comforts are not presently
Yeah.
disrupted.
But virus can affect them, and they're like,
Yes.
that's scary. You guys are scared about the wrong stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. All right. Let's get off this bummer. Let's get into the content catch up.
Yeah.
I have been reading Stephen King's The Gunslinger.
Yeah, you mentioned
I'm
that.
not very far into it. This is the first Stephen King book I've read. And I've got to say, I hate how he writes. I am not having a good time. I'm going to keep reading it because this book is very important to a close friend of mine, and she insisted that I read it, and I don't want to let her down. But I hate reading this nigga's words.
I read a bit of The Shining, and I think I do prefer his movies, which is fair. Like, I can appreciate what he did for the genre of horror. Like, he's one of the horror fathers. And I know his books are definitely probably from, there's like a technical standpoint, you know, why do I have ketchup? Measurement that I feel like he definitely is reaching that. He's definitely inspired a horror writers beyond him. But dang, he's just kind of painful to read.
Yeah.
Also, like, The Shining is like, this is the worst nigga ever. And
I do think, like, just looking at the filmography of Stephen King films, the talent that is not Stephen King's is all immaculate. Jack Nicholson in The Shining, Kathy Bates in Misery, fucking goddamn Bill Skarsgård in It. Like there are the collaborative efforts of Stephen King's raw materials does seem to be heightened, obviously due to his quality of work, but there is an added layer of quality that he cannot be responsible for that I think separates some of the films from the novels, as someone that is only kind of familiar with Stephen King. But so far, I don't really know what's. I'm not very far into it. I gotta express that again. But it's like about this gunslinger chasing down this man in black. And there's more to it. I just haven't discovered it yet. And he's like chasing her through a desert. But one of the things that really put me off is I'm at this part early on where he's traveling the desert and he gets to this tiny farm and he shares a meal with like this guy in the farm. And he's like, I just came from this town and I'm waiting for the farmer to ask me about what just happened. Why isn't he asking me about what happened? Hey, I just came from this town. And then the farmer's like, do you want me to ask you about what happened? And he's like, yes, please. But it's all through the guise of like, I'm the gunslinger. I'm on the hunt and I'm gonna get my mark. Like that kind of vibe. But in the flashback to what happened to this town, he's like interrogating people, he's talking to people, and then there's a woman that like tells her story, and then they start fucking. And to me, it feels like it came out of nowhere, especially since, like, I do not know this man's name. He is just the gunslinger at this point. I know he has a name. He's just the gunslinger at this point. Because of, like, his affect and his, like, I guess dehumanization, his abstractness, because he's just the gunslinger, I didn't read him as a sexual being. You know what I mean? This isn't the same, but it's like
gun equals dick. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you are right. You are right. There is clear phallic imagery inherently assigned to this character, and it's a Stephen King book.
He loves that.
That's the one thing I knew about Stephen King.
Oh, he loves the phallus?
He loves a phallus. Loves a phallus. More power to you.
Oh no, not to bring it too off course, but his love of the phallus is decidedly why I'll always prefer the It movies to the It books, purely because they remove a certain scene. I just can't get down with it.
Can you talk about the scene, or
Yeah,
are you
trigger
sure?
warning. Basically, part of
Trigger warning. All right.
how they get rid of it is like essentially what people our age would refer to as a gangbang, but it's like all the male
Pause.
kids. Okay, but they're kids, so it's like not.
What?
Okay, so there's basically like this scene where all the boys have sex with the one girl character as part of getting rid of it. Yeah, I know. I don't know how to explain it beyond that.
How? Hold on. How do those correlate? Is it like the secret was inside you all along, but like physically? I don't. How does the gangbang translate into banishing this demon clown?
Give me 1 second.
Okay. Why do the kids gangbang in it?
Why does nobody know? Well,
they believe that it was the only way they could become adults, by having sex.
Oh, okay. Well, you know that.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that. I can't judge it too much. I hate the idea you put into me, but who knows how well it fits in the book that I haven't read.
Yeah, because I was like, okay,
It feels like that's what people hear when we talk about Euphoria. Oh, the kids gangbanged? Like...
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, kids don't do this.
Really quick about the Gunslinger. I just got to the part where he shot the guns for the first time, and that's the first time I was like, I'm sad.
Okay.
He blows down a town. Spoilers for this ancient book, this like 30-year-old book. He blows that entire town, and he's like reloading so fast that he singes his fingers.
Wait, that's
and I was like, oh yeah, that's the stuff. Put the penis away. Get back to the gun. No more fucking just gun. The gun stuff is cool.
Symbolic penises.
Yeah, no real penises. Because there's this moment right before he shoots everybody in this town where he like spent the last night with this girl. And he's like asking her for information. And she's like, if I tell you, will you make love to me? And he's like, I think you already know the answer to that. And I'm like, ew! Shut up!
You can't do
stop
this.
Stop being a dude.
Like, is he hot? Like, because you didn't.
I think he's supposed to be hot, but he hasn't been described. He's just the gunslinger.
You can't do that with Stephen King. You can't just make the assumption I'm gonna assume he's hot. Okay.
They've described his clothes, and he looks like a gunslinger. They haven't described parts of his face. I think his masculinity is supposed to speak for itself, but I read him more as a idea of masculinity as opposed to a man. You know what I mean? Right? And he's like, he like turns over and he's like, and I take my way with her again. Shut up. Ew. Just shoot people with your gun. Anyway, that's what I've been reading. What are you consuming right now?
Oh. I finally got Silent Hill F.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
thoughts?
I quite like it so far. I'm not too deep into it, but as far as someone who likes J-horror, I'm quite enjoying the visuals and just going through the small town in Japan with like the little girl character. I know a lot of people, I feel like a lot of the main critiques had to do with how the monsters move. They're like, this looks kind of cheap, or like, it doesn't
cheap in what way? Poorly animated, low resolution.
Yeah, or just like it seems like it's like not a high frame rate even for the monsters, maybe in comparison to like the game surrounding it, which is like super graphically intricate and whatnot.
Like the
But
high
honestly, I think it,
fidelity?
hmm?
Like high fidelity, like graphically?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like the monsters are fine, and I can understand why
Okay.
they would move as they do. I'm also, I'm not too heavy as a combat person, but I find like the combat approachable. You
Silent
know,
Hill F is the one with the like high school girls, yeah?
yeah,
And they have a camera.
it's the Japanese high school girls, and yeah, I don't quite know what's going on yet. I just
Hmm.
know that of course, like all scary small towns, most of the people are gone. The tourist
Hmm.
days are over. Um, her dad sucks. Her mom's weak. Her sister's way
His
cooler
shoes
than her.
whack.
The way he acts like he doesn't even care, whack.
Whack. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, it's cool. It's like it's a puzzle game, So I always like
Okay.
a good puzzle.
I don't love horror games. I don't love
Understandable.
horror. But more
Yeah.
specifically, I don't like being scared. It's less the horror and more about the fear. Does that
Okay.
translate?
Yeah.
Like I like the idea of horror because it does feel like, at least filmically, a lot of the most innovative, like original media of the last 5 years has been horror movies.
Oh, for sure. And
Um,
that tracks definitely with the genre over time.
yeah, and because I like, for instance, Sinners. I really loved Sinners. I was not scared at any point during Sinners, right? But if it were scary, I would probably be like, I can't watch it. Like, I
Yeah, as
remember in
someone who
Sinners, like the only parts that really scared me were the two jump scares in the first act, right?
yeah, with the snake.
The snake, and then just like 10 seconds into the film when Sammy first returns to the church, and it like
Oh yeah.
flashes Remick from the
Flashes
last.
ceramic.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those were the only two moments where I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" But the movie isn't
Yeah.
scary, so I like the idea of horror. I just am kind of a bitch, I guess. And I've
Just
made my
low.
peace with that.
But yeah, as someone who studies the gothic, I definitely never horror does not equal scary to me per
Mm-hmm.
se. Horror is more so about creating like a certain atmosphere, or
Mm-hmm.
of course there's like certain devices associated with it. The jump scare of course is one
Mm-hmm.
device, but I would say most of the books that I study that would be considered horror aren't necessarily I feel like they wouldn't like scare you or be
Sure.
unreadable to you,
Yeah. Because just
especially
like
as someone who
Frankenstein isn't
fucking watches
scary, Dr.
anime.
Jekyll, Mr. Hyde isn't very scary.
Yeah. Oh, I
That
love
that
to fun fact, because I know you were talking about Fight Club earlier. I like making my students read Fight Club as
mhm.
gothic, which I mean it is.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I mean
yeah.
he's like he's a doctor. He's a Mr. Jekyll Dr. Hyde, Dr. Jekyll and
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah, yeah.
Hyde,
Sure, sure, sure.
descendant. And of course doppelgangers are the gothic is all about doppelgangers.
Yeah. Remind me to bring that up so we can talk about that more a little bit in office hours, our
Oh
show
yeah,
after the
for
show.
sure. Yes.
Um, but I think that's it. I think that's it for the content catch up.
Mhm.
Let's get into the discussion of the day. So people have been freaking out about this Odyssey trailer. People have been really weird about the Odyssey.
And
So for those
dang,
who
we
are,
just only got the trailer.
to be fair, it is the second or third trailer, but still, for people that are out of the know, Christopher Nolan, one of our generation's most prolific directors,
Oppenheimer,
Oppenheimer,
Interstellar.
Inception, Interstellar, Tenet. Yeah.
I heard some good things
Um,
about Tenet. I'm like, maybe I should
I've
watch it.
only heard bad things about Tenet.
Really? Someone who I
Yes.
really trust in movies really liked it, so I'm interested in seeing
I'll
it.
take their word for it. I won't believe it, but I'll take their word for it. But he's doing the Odyssey. Odyssey comes out in July of this year, 2026. If you're from the future, that's the year that this came out. And a lot of people have been really weird about it. It seems like there's been a lot of antagonism towards this movie. Now, I'm not a Nolan dick rider or nothing, but it feels like y'all are dragging it. And this trailer that just dropped, particularly, it feels like a lot of people are reacting to the weirdest shit about it. The stuff that doesn't matter.
Like when he called him dad instead of father.
Yeah.
I saw somebody
Hold on. Let's watch some of this. Let's watch some of this.
Yes.
Tell me what you remember.
A wife?
Okay. Oops. I'm gonna pause this intermittently. So if you're like anti-pausing, get over it. One complaint that I see a lot of people have is about Matt Damon specifically.
What is it?
A lot of people just doesn't think Matt Damon has the sauce to be Odysseus, and I don't get it. I think he is
as opposed
particular.
to who? Like who would they like to see as?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far in that kind of discourse, but it just seems like the reaction is really Matt Damon.
Who is Odysseus to y'all?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I genuinely think that is the crux of all complaints. What do you guys think the Odyssey is? Say your thing.
Because I don't know. I feel like there's this idea being circulated that Odysseus is this pinnacle of the masculine. He's very like super mannish in his like his perfection of masculinity, if that makes sense.
Like he's the ultimate superhero. He's the ultimate.
Yeah, and I'm like, no. Why are we forgetting all his failures?
Right. I think even in let me just say this. You and I are literary scholars. We have probably read the Odyssey more than most people have read it.
I have a graphic novel for it too.
We have consumed this narrative across translations, across mediums, right? Yes, Odysseus was meant to be this kind of pillar, but he wasn't masculine in the way we describe masculinity. He was brilliant. The thing that the gods raved about with him was how intelligent he was and how he outsmarted people. But it feels like people take that for granted, and he's supposed to be the strong guy, almost like they're conflating him with like Hercules or something.
Yeah, babes, wrong story.
Literally. And I think Matt Damon can play older man that outsmarts people fine, especially since one of his most quintessential films is whatchamacallit? How You Like Them Apples? With
Wait, is that the name of the movie?
No, that's one of the famous lines. With Ben Affleck is in it. Well, Ben Affleck's in most of them.
Good Will Hunting?
Good Will Hunting. Thank you so much. Oh my God. I was like, what the fuck is that movie? Right? One of the biggest moments in his career is a role about his intellect. This makes sense to me. But I do think one of the things that is Matt Damon's calling card is his language, which does seem to be a central issue for a lot of people. So I'm going to hit play again.
The sun.
It does look really gray. Which most Nolan films do. Yeah. But I kind of wish there was more color.
Help me go home.
Yup.
This is a household waiting for master.
All right, here.
Wait.
I want you to choose me.
I love Robert Pattinson. I gotta say it.
I do too.
And I love Anne Hathaway
No,
too.
he's not.
Me too. My first favorite white woman.
What would he do if he came back here and find all these shooters in his house?
Whoa, was that John Leguizamo?
They're pining for a daddy.
Oh, everybody
They
in
didn't
this
even
movie.
know. Like some sniveling bastard.
Okay,
Wait,
so
can
uh-huh.
I
Say
feel
your
like I
thing.
know what you're gonna say. So I've seen a lot of people on the interwebs. They were like shipping. There was some shipping going on between Telemachus and his son. But wait, that's not what bothered me, honestly. It's what like the people who are really fucking mad, they were like, wait until the movie comes out. And then I'm gonna see y'all switch up.
You thought I was gonna talk about the shipping between these two white boys?
Or no, I thought I was interested in
I didn't hear about that at all. I haven't seen that at all.
Oh yeah. So there was shipping, and then there's people who are really upset about the shipping happening because of who Robert Pattinson's character is. And I'm like, bro, this is the least of our worries right now.
Genuinely, and also like, I don't know, Homer kind of wrote a lot of these dudes to be a little gay, man. Like by today's standards.
And Arpat is hot, and he just has really good chemistry with everyone. So I can
that's really the issue. People are like fatigued by Robert Pattinson, and he's just charming. They're like, oh, your stupid fucking face that I love. But the thing that I want to call attention to, he says the word daddy there.
Oh yeah.
And bad. I just put a pin in daddy, and then I'll pause it again.
You didn't even know. Like some... You didn't...
Wait, go back.
They're pining for a daddy.
You're pining for a daddy.
You didn't even know. Like some sniveling bastard.
Who's looking after your wife and son?
Do you see?
My dad is coming home.
All right. My dad is coming home. It seems like that is the center of a lot of people's issues. Genuinely, just my dad is coming home. Could y'all grow up? Shut up.
They were like, oh, they should have done it in classical ancient Greek.
They wanted it to be in British. Like, they're like, is it too hard to say father? The writers didn't want it to say father. Okay, do you remember, may he rest, Heath Ledger's A Knight's Tale?
He did that?
Right? That's Heath Ledger, A Knight's Tale?
Oh my god. I should see it then. A Knight's Tale. I didn't know that existed.
2001, A Knight's Tale? Yes, Heath Ledger.
Oh.
One of the things that I remember audiences reacting to, mixed to negative, is in this movie that is supposed to be like Knights of the Round Table, like medieval, they used modern music, right? They played Queen, We Will Rock You and stuff like that. And people were like, oh, it doesn't fit. The thing that they were going for is that song is what it would have felt like to listen to, like, to have a cheer at the time, right? It is capturing a historic feeling using language we understand.
That comes back to your overall point about like how masculinity doesn't mean the same thing it does in the Odyssey's original context as it does now. The same way music, you want them to pull out the lyre to capture this. Okay, they could have done that.
They could have done that, but then people would have been bored because we don't listen to the lyre like that for real.
Exactly.
And so when I'll start with Robert Pattinson. When Robert Pattinson says daddy, what that is, even just in this trailer, is shorthand for him being an asshole.
He's being like, you a little...
He's calling him a bitch.
Call your daddy? Like, that's literally... I feel
like...
not to bring it to Disney villain, bullies and shit. But, like, daddy in that context, he's poking fun at him and his masculinity. He's like, you're gonna go crawl home to your daddy. So, yeah. Yes. That makes sense.
And while they could have kept the like the older language, they could have kept a more like Greek language. You guys wouldn't have liked it. Y'all don't read books.
Understood it.
You wouldn't have understood it. It wouldn't have hit the same way that this is alluding to.
And I don't think it's not like with the Odyssey, I think the story has like grown beyond the text itself in a way that like Shakespeare is like different in the sense that like, you know, you could still show modern Shakespeare
As an
ways.
illusion. Sorry, the way you said that made it seem like you're saying Shakespeare wrote this, and Homer
Oh no,
wrote
sorry.
this. Is
Yeah.
like Shakespeare. We have interpretations of Shakespeare that transcended what he originally wrote. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for the word dad, people are like, dad took me out of it. Right? If we go down to the comments, right? Like Spider-Man, my dad's coming home. My dad is coming home and you're all gonna be in trouble, right? It like they're making fun of him as if it stands out. Maybe that's a part of the characterization. Maybe him using the word dad is to symbol how adolescent this adult man is. This boy that grew into a man without a father. Yes, he could have said father, but what would that have gained? What do we gain? What do we gain by that change?
We feel more British.
We feel more British? Is that what you wanted? I mean, the answer is yes.
In our Greek movie?
Because people also talk about the American accents as if like that is an issue. Do you want it in Greek? Because they could have made it in Greek, and if they did, you wouldn't have watched it. Y'all don't even like. It feels like the people that complain about this also don't even watch stuff with subtitles and shit. You would not have liked it. It just feels like there's this assumption of malice or ineptitude, as if like they use the word dad, that must mean everyone behind the scenes is stupid and dumb, and I'm better than them.
Not to glaze Nolan or anything, but like you don't have more faith in this man who's shown himself to be able to make a really good movie. Like you think
I am not a Nolan glazer. I barely fuck with the nigga. I liked Oppenheimer. I think Oppenheimer is his best movie by far. I don't like Inception. I think Inception is really boring. And
I know a lot of niggas fuck with Interstellar.
I think Interstellar is fine. And I know that's taboo to a lot of dudes, but I think it's okay. I think everyone does a good job and it's fine. I enjoy it. Right? I think he misses almost as much as he hits, which I applaud. I'm glad that he still makes movies and still tries stuff, but like it's like clearly he has enough clout.
Yeah,
and
he's done enough work, you know.
I almost wonder if that's the problem. Like he's too famous now that he has to be cut down a peg. Like I don't get it. I don't. Well, no, I do get it. I think y'all are just a bunch of haters. if I'm being honest. Yeah, go ahead.
Like seeing how people receive the highly acclaimed directors of our generation, because at least when I think of like highly acclaimed directors, typically, you know, I think of like the dead ones, you know, like Kubrick, you know,
or just the ancient ones, Spielberg,
like a fucking
Scorsese,
our Vertigo, Alfred Hitchcock,
Hitchcock, yeah,
and a lot of them have some movies that are not as good as their best movies.
Every director has stinkers.
Yeah, it's part
of
making...
And if they don't, they will.
They will. It's just a part of life. Sometimes you suck at things, or things don't come out how you, I don't know, that shit sounded good in your head, and then you actually make it, and it's like, damn.
I dread the day that Ryan Coogler has like a real stinker.
Oh, God.
Because
purely
it's coming.
Of how people will react to it.
Yes. And I love Ryan Coogler. If he makes films long enough, he's gonna have a stinker.
Shit. I imagine, you know, in the future when we making shit, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
But it's not not for some reason. We have been conditioned to like morally judge things based on subjective interest. Like I said, I think a lot of people are haters, and I don't mean that as a indictment because I'm a hater. I'm a like big time hater. Y'all are hating wrong. You're doing it wrong. You could just not like you could not fuck with Nolan. All of the complaints like Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Christopher Nolan, you could easily just be like, I don't fuck with him. I'm a hater. And I'm gonna talk shit about this.
I'm a Stanley Kubrick hater, fun fact.
And
I like The Shining though.
I think as haters, I think we're cognizant enough to go, they have good stuff. And
hell yeah, he's still one of the best directors
I
of all
hate
time.
them.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like the Timothée Chalamet thing from a couple of months ago with the ballet, where it's like people are like, finally, I have a reason to publicly hate Timmy. You don't need a reason. Just hate the nigga.
Just not fuck with the nigga.
Just don't fuck with him. That's cool. There's
But
nothing
see, the
wrong
problem
with
is,
it.
I think they also want him to like collectively not be fucked with to justify their hatred.
Yeah.
Because I think
They don't want to
hatred
just
is
hate. They want to be right. I also think a lot of people don't want to feel like a hater. I think they want to still be morally superior. And so they have to latch on to things that they can go, see, this is a reason to hate. Just hate the nigga. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They can never, because even see when we talk about like how, okay, not to bring it back to Kubrick, but like I can acknowledge I hate him and he's also a good director and talented. Yeah. I think maybe they want people to not like Timothy despite he has like, you know, he's a good, I almost said discography, filmography. He's good at, he's a good actor. But they want him to be bad and they want you to think he's bad and they just don't.
They want to be cosmically justified in the way they feel towards these things. When you could, I don't fuck with Tarantino, and also Django Unchained is one of my favorite films.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that nigga. I hate him.
Oh, I hate Tarantino.
I hate Tarantino. But Pulp Fiction bangs.
I love a good Inglourious Basterds watch through.
Literally. I encourage people to just be haters.
Critically
hate. You can look at, and even if this movie turns out to be a big flop and it's really bad and boring, that's fine.
Interrogate why it's bad.
Interrogate why. Don't just be like, aha, I knew I was right to be on the side that hates people. You're a dork. Just be a hater. You're hating weird. Just be a hater. All right, let's watch the rest of this fucking trailer.
Bringing vengeance. Bringing it all.
All right, and then right there, let's go. Some people are like, I can't believe he said let's go.
Isn't it wild? Because I don't know, as someone who, we've read a lot of like classical lit, I find it interesting how easily people are supposedly pulled out of like the moment from like dialogue. They're like, oh, this is too modern. I'm like, this is wild because I did not have any of this reaction
at all
when I initially watched it.
I also think that like some of that is a choice. And I, not to sound like Kanye West, but Dune, Denis Villeneuve's Dune with Timothée Chalamet, there is this moment that my friends and I reference all the time, and it has become shorthand for anachronistic language. And it is the scene in which you've seen Dune, yeah?
No,
you haven't seen Dune.
We can talk about why I haven't seen it yet further in office hours.
Okay, put a pin in that. Come check out office hours. But there's this scene where he's like, he had to camp in the sand with his mom, and then he had to, like, he burrows out. And when he steps out, he turns to help her, and he goes, "You good?" And it's so funny because it's like, I don't know, man. This is supposed to be the year like 13,000 or something. You good just feels really anachronistic.
It'd
but
be
it's
interesting 'cause
funny to me. Yeah,
I imagine if they would have had the Dune trailer and they just happened to like show that scene, I
yeah,
think everybody would be super fucking pissed. They'd have been like, "Oh, look
yeah.
at this anachronistic ass language in Dune. Look at this." They're
But thankfully, that didn't happen, and the movie already has come out. And I don't know who knows how this movie will genuinely play out when it comes out in July or whatever. Right? We are acting as if this is the totality of the film when it
which isn't it going to
isn't.
be like 3.5 hours?
It's probably going to be
Come on,
billion
y'all.
years long. It's so long. I'm
I
sure.
hope there's an intermission, please.
There won't be. Bring back intermissions.
I will say though, quick, there's an app called P Times for my P friends, and people will upload like the best moments to pee, without missing like anything major. And
Is
it
that
actually is pretty
real?
helpful. Yeah,
That sounds like a fake app they'd have on like a Nickelodeon sitcom.
not this. It's real. I have it.
Wow.
I use
okay.
it. Yeah,
Not
first
sponsored.
tested
Not
during the-
sponsored.
yeah. It's also not called like the P app, but if you look it up, it's gonna pop up.
Okay. Weird. But yeah, I think you guys are hating wrong. All right, let's finish this. July 17th.
I need everyone reported dead. I can still
Robert, he does look hot.
Yeah.
You're a man who needs to control his fate.
Charlize Theron.
But you cannot control this.
Please capture. No, never mind.
That
I'm not
world
gonna say
is
that.
gone.
No one could stand between me and home. Not even the gods.
Yeah. The biggest complaint that I have from what I've seen thus far, I just wish there were more colors.
Yeah.
I wish there was more colors.
Just a little more.
Christopher Nolan has never been one to like color grade a hoe. Yeah.
Just a little color.
Yeah, I wish there was more color. But who knows? Maybe we get to the film and there's a bunch of colors and it's just not shown in the
There's just
in the
no way
trailer.
to judge it
It's
fully from 2 minutes.
literally impossible to judge the movie fully. If the trailer changes whether or not you're going to go see it, that's valid. You could watch a trailer and be like, doesn't seem like my thing. I think it's going to be not worth my time. Great. But that doesn't feel like what people are saying.
No, because a lot of what they're saying has to do with this attachment or this idea of what the Odyssey means to them specifically. And also, let's be real. There's a certain kind of dude that romanticizes ancient Greek and Rome in a very specific way.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of what's coming out
stoics.
about the movie is like incensing them, from the translator to like Travis Scott being in it to what else, to Elliot Page being rumored to play Achilles. It's just almost like it's like, whoa, this movie's woke.
Yeah.
The Odyssey's not supposed to be woke.
At its core, I think that's what it is. I think people are hyper vigilant, especially with a film that is this high budget, that is this public, right? It is probably going to be the blockbuster of the summer, whether it's good or not. It's probably going to make $1 bajillion
for sure.
And if you look at just look at the casting. Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, Zendaya, Rob Pattinson. Like there is heat on the casting sheet. And Christopher Nolan had a huge year a couple years ago. Oppenheimer was huge. Barbenheimer was great. I did the Barbenheimer. I loved it.
I couldn't do that shit, but I did watch them.
You can do it. We'll do the Barbenheimer at some point.
No,
I think the Barbenheimer is a thing to do regularly. Not yet though. I don't think it's been enough time. But I want to do like a 5 years Barbenheimer.
Yeah, it's too soon still.
It's too soon to do it, but eventually I want to do it. I think people. You're right about the Odyssey thing, right? Because you were also showing me like a lot of people have been really critical about. So Odyssey has been translated
Yes.
a billion times because its original
It was
language
not
like
written in
doesn't exist
English.
anymore.
Fun fact.
It is a Greek, and not just Greek, ancient Greek. That Greek doesn't exist anymore, right? And so it's been translated after translation after translation after translation. And the most recent one, well, maybe not the most recent, but the one that is the like standard. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Standard now is the Emily Wilson translation, which gets a lot of the like similar backlash as like the way people talk about Christopher Nolan, though it is different because it is gendered.
Yes.
Are you pulling it up?
Yeah, I was pulling it up because
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was also like the first complete version. By a woman.
By
But
a
yeah,
woman.
the first complete
Yes.
version by a woman. Also it uses iambic pentameter,
Mm-hmm.
which is very interesting. So I'm sure
Yeah.
it's like flows very poetically.
Mhm.
But it was interesting how they were like why they think the translation is bad, and that's how the shift of you can tell the shift of masculinity
Yeah.
from like earlier iterations versus how it's depicted in this translation.
Most the thing about the translation that is most discussed is the complicated man bit. The Odyssey begins with, like most epics at the time, or most like epic like plays and epic poems at the time, begin with an orator or a chorus calling out to the muses to give them a story. Most of them have some sort of invocation of the muse, right? And in multiple of the versions, it begins with like, "Hey muse, tell me about this man that had to wander back home from all this stuff." And the way that the Emily Wilson translation starts is, "Tell me about a complicated man." And that line has caused a lot of strife. Specifically the word complicated.
Yes, very interesting because I'm like, what a great way to describe him.
And I think the way that people read Emily Wilson as adjusting in her translation, I don't want to say it's because she's a woman, but I'm confident it is influenced by the fact that she's a woman.
They also think of her as like this liberal, she's liberal hair, blue, nose pierced.
Bitch. And so the way that she translated, people think that she is undermining
belittling
Odysseus,
is the word I saw.
Belittling Odysseus. And I never felt that way at all. As a person that probably has more exposure to this text than a lot of the people complaining, I think you're misreading it. Because like we were saying before, I think the way people like to lean onto Odysseus is as this man who cannot be stopped. This man that is brilliant and strong and cunning and is talented at everything he does. This John Doe, or no, hold on, not John Doe. What's the word? What's the word when it's like a woman and they can do anything immediately and they have no issues? They called Rey that in Star Wars. Rey, Star Wars. Mary Sue.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
That's kind of what Odysseus is. He's just this guy that's good at everything, right? But if you look at the events, he fucks up at every single turn.
Like, he was with, how long was he with Cersei?
It was like
I
2
mean,
years
against
or
his
something like
will.
that. I don't
But
remember.
like, that was a part of the plan.
Like
Got all his men killed.
gets all his like he is a flawed man, but that isn't accounted for in the same. It's not that it's not accounted for. That doesn't have the same kind of weight as it would now. And in Emily Wilson's translation, where people would describe her as belittling Odysseus, I would describe it as humanizing him.
That's the perfect way to describe it.
He is a man that is lost, literally lost. He can't get home. He is like not desperate. Desperate's not the word. There's almost a mourning there's a consistent mourning to the years lost that follow him around. And there's a man that is like cursed and troubled and struggling and missing his wife and son, that the son that he hasn't met. And it's hard to capture these things that I think we as a society have learned to value in masculine characters, while also going, look at how cool and awesome he is and he does everything right.
Yeah.
And I also think that idea that people hold of Odysseus as this like person that can do anything already has a contemporary model, and that is Superman. And I don't think Odysseus should be Superman. Right?
I completely agree.
And
he's not.
Yeah, go ahead. I was going to keep talking.
Oh, no, that's all I had to say. He's not. And I think it's interesting that this conflation of humanizing Odysseus is also being conflated to this idea of like emasculation.
Yeah. Which I also think, like, just thinking about Superman, there's that long stretch, really up until the David Cornsweet, James Gunn Superman last year, where most iterations of Superman had him being super murder kill a guy, right? Hardcore, like brutal, right? And we got more what if Superman but bad stories in popular culture than we got Superman stories in popular culture. It is only recently that we like
most of them,
and a lot of them sucked. Right? It is only recently that we're kind of finding the goodness, wholesome, willing to save everyone Superman, and that is not Odysseus at all.
Because guess what? What does Odysseus want to do? And what separates him from the average superhero? He just wants to go home.
He just wants to go home. And this comparison doesn't do a good job anyway, or either. But as a man, especially since his intellect is his driving force in the face of these monsters,
not his body,
he's closer to Batman.
Oh, he is. Yeah,
Batman is a complicated man. He is mourning his life. He is reacting to his circumstance. He is obsessive, right? He's a fucking weirdo. When you break it down, I love him, but he's a little freak.
And that's why we love him.
I agree.
And I think that's why you should love Odysseus.
I agree. I think if what you covet is this all-powerful masculine figure that can do no wrong and also isn't like nice and kind like Superman, I don't know what to tell you. I think those guys exist. They just already exist in other movies. You want to watch Bruce Willis movies. You want to watch like Die Hard.
Top is like, actually I don't know much about Tom Cruise, but like Tom Cruise movie, like a Top Gun,
kinda, a little bit.
Don't get mad at me, Tom Cruise boys.
And even if you look at those, like those kinds of movies are kind of gone, like in favor of the superhero movie. The closest one to that is what, like Glenn Powell movies now.
Yes, not too much on Glenn Powell. I like him.
Oh, you can keep that. That's all you. I don't know. It just feels like people, many of which I'm willing to bet it's been a while since they've read the Odyssey, have this idea of the Odyssey that doesn't exist, didn't exist, shouldn't exist now, and they're using that as a way to explain why they are haters without describing themselves as haters. And I don't mean that to be dismissive. Just be a hater. Hate on the shit. Do it from the position of, I don't like it, I think it's whack. Instead of doing it from the position of, it is inherently morally wrong. Because what does that do? Who does that help? I guess it helps you feel better. Meanwhile, Christopher Nolan's making $1 billion. Like, I don't know. He doesn't give a shit.
Sound a little throwback to the Puritans. They would
Yes.
have loved it. They would have loved a good moralistic hating on.
There's this like TikTok that's been going around that's like this generation would have loved the Salem witch trials.
They would have.
Because that's what we're doing.
Yes.
We have issues in our own life, and instead of addressing the social economic issues that are actively affecting us, we're finding a woman and throwing rocks at her, metaphorically. And sometimes literally, but mostly metaphorically. And we don't have to do that. You don't have to like the Odyssey. Honestly, from what I've seen, it's probably going to be okay. I'm willing to bet it's going to be fine. It might be bad. I think he has it in him to have a bad movie. So what? Anyway, where can they find us, Leah?
You could find us on any place that they have podcasts, as well as YouTube at Patreon.
And on Patreon for $5 a month, you get access to Office Hours, our show after the show, where we're a little looser, a little riskier, and consume a little illegal substance. It's just a lot more fun after the pod. If you want to know what that's about, here's a little sneak peek. It seems like Jacob Elordi is the front runner to be the next James Bond. He is so tall.
Yeah,
he is so
he's
tall.
a tall ass. I don't know, man. He's romantically really tall.
And maybe they'll do the reverse of like Tom Cruise.
Because Tom Cruise is really short.
Tom Cruise is really short, and they have him stand on platform shoes and shoe boxes and shit.
Just shit. Make everyone else in the movie.
Just like every actor has to be giga tall, so he's not that much taller than everyone else. If you can afford $5 a month, please do us the courtesy of sending us that way. If not, please like, comment, subscribe the video. And until we see you next, stay black, stay nerdy, and read books.
Please read.
Please read. Please read books.
Go read the Odyssey.
Go read the Odyssey.
The new translation.
Go read Emily Wilson's version of the Odyssey. I promise you. I think it bangs. I think it's quality.
Stop judging it based on this post compiled by 4chan bros.
Darn you 4chan bros.